All right, this is my next cabinet project. This is the icebox that's underneath the sink in the kitchen area. It is, every time I move it, it falls apart a little bit more. So this is the front. This is one side. This is the other side. This part fell off. That's in there. This right here is a piece of what they use for insulation. Basically, it's just kind of a thick particle board, and that's all it is for insulation. I'm going to replace that with some good insulation. Some of the Formular NGX, I think it's called, but it's got an R value of 7.5, where if this has an R value of 1, I'd be a little surprised. Basically, it's just going to be a matter of taking it apart and building a whole new one around this. And it's going to be a little tricky. I'm not real sure how all this metal is bent around here, so I'll have to figure that all out. But it'll be a challenge, and it'll be kind of fun. All right, I got all the wood off of around the icebox. It was all that same kind of insulation kind of wood. There was some fibrous insulation on there too, on the top, I think, or maybe that's the side. That's the side. Lots of screws, lots of bolts. Should be pretty easy to rebuild, though. These are the pieces that are kind of left. Next little video, I'm using the old frame for the front of the icebox. Each one of these bigger holes is a hole through the icebox that holds the icebox onto the frame, so that's my next step. Well, I've been working on my icebox. I took all the old insulation off, and I've replaced it with this foam board. Should give it an R value of about 5, I think, with the size that it is. Basically just glued it on with liquid nails, and then I'll build a box around it to hold it all together even a little better and hold it to the frame. This is the front part of the frame. It's got some of the foam board glued to it also. I had to cut this foam board down. It cuts pretty easy on a table saw. And then the metal tin frames go around it. And I'll show that at the next one. So I ended up with a few little gaps in between my insulation on the box. I'm going to fill those with some expandable foam home sealer. That's just to make it a little tighter and keep the cold in. So this stuff looks pretty ugly when you get done, but it dries in about 4 hours, and then you just cut it off, and it should fill all those gaps pretty well. All right, here's a little more on my icebox kitchen cabinet that we've been doing. I've got the front face frame attached to the icebox. I painted the inside of the icebox. I used Krylon Fusion paint. It took a lot of coats to get this all done, and it's hard to get it in there, and I love the fumes. I'm starting to take on the whole painting thing, you know, huffing, whatever they call it. Hopefully I don't have to do that anymore. Fastened the side piece on. I did make one mistake though. There's supposed to be a board that fits on top of the insulation that the drawer slides on. But as you can see, the insulation is just a hair above the ridge of the drawer. So I'm going to have to figure that out. That's my biggest screw up so far. Dang it. Anyway, it's working on it. I've got the door made for the bottom cabinet. That's where we're at right now.